Hello, this is Mr. Smith. So, I've had a few requests from people in Year 9 asking if I will actually talk through all the worksheets and the demonstrations of Blender. So, here it is. I'm going to try and do all 8 worksheets for you in one video. I'll chapter it so you can skim across the timeline at the bottom and find the bit that you actually want to work for. Now, just to let you know, I've not scripted this, there's nothing written down. I'm just going to go for it. I am going to make a few mistakes, okay? But that's just the nature of computing, okay? It happens. So, let's get started. Find Blender, go to Subjects, go to Computer Science, and there's Blender. Now, hopefully you have got Google Drive. In fact, before we do this, see, first mistake, should have checked this first. Hopefully you've got the Google Drive icon. Okay, if you haven't, try and set it up. So you go to Subjects, you go to Computer Science, and you select Google Drive here. Now it might come up with a box that says it can't find it, the shortcut doesn't work. If that's the case, it's okay. We can save it to the computer's hard drive, but you need to make sure that you use the same computer every week. Okay, right. I'm going to hit Blender. My computer is making a lot of noise. Right, here we go. So, the first worksheet is the party monkey. So, we've got our cube. We're going to press delete on the keyboard. Now, the delete is the one that actually says delete on it. So, there's like 6 keys just above the arrow keys, and one of them says delete. It's the one lower left-hand side. There it goes. Now, we're going to add our monkey. Let's go to add mesh, and we're going to add our monkey like so. Now we can move around this monkey by pressing the middle button on the mouse. Now most of us think it's the wheel, and if you roll the wheel forward and backwards, it will zoom in and out. How cool is that? But if you press that wheel and drag your mouse, you can have a look all the way around the monkey. And something I found the other day, I thought was really cool. If you take the mouse off the left hand side of the screen, it comes back to the right, and the opposite. How cool is that? It makes you dizzy, doesn't it? There we go. Okay, so we're going to stick this into rendered mode. Click on this little icon over here, and you'll see that the monkey has gone dark. Now it's gone dark because we have a light source, and that light source is up here, and it's shining down on the back of the monkey. So we're going to move our light source. Now if you press the letter G on the keyboard, the light source will follow you, so we can come forwards. And there we go. And if we want, we can then take that over to the other side of the monkey like so. And you can see the shadows on the monkey change as you move the position of the light. And I'm just going to click to accept that's where I want it. Alright then, so the next thing that I want to do, I'm just going to double check the worksheet for you so that it does kind of follow the same thing. Alright, so I've added the monkey and I've moved it up. To be fair, the worksheet says move things using the move tool here. And you get some arrows and you can just drag it. It does the same thing. Okay, but I personally like to press the letter G and then move it around. Okay, so let's have a look. Alright, it wants us to put a hat on the monkey. So let's see if we can do that. We're going to add a cone. So we go to add, mesh, and we find cone. There we go. And it's dropped it on the monkey, and it's dropped it just there. Now, if I just go here, if I press G, but then press Z, I can now move my mouse up, and that cone will move only in a vertical way. It will not move left or right. Okay, let's have a look. How does that fit? And that's good. Do you think it needs to be lower? Okay, we'll go G and Z, and I'm going to drop it down a little bit further on the monkey. Right, oops. Now you see, messed it up because I pressed the middle button and not the other one. Is it still okay? Yeah, that's good. Alright then. that, I believe, is the end of the first worksheet. Now we need to save this. Okay, actually the worksheet says just mess about with the light a little bit. So let's grab the light and we're going to go G. Let's just see what happens. Let's see. Oh, Halloweeny. Halloween. There we go. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Okay, so you can mess around with the light. Right, we're going to save this. There it goes. That'll do. I'm going to go File, and I'm going to go to Save. Now, ideally, you will have Google Drive here, and you'll have a Blender folder, and you'll be able to save it in here. If you can't see that folder, then click this one here, the local disk C. Select My Documents, and give it a suitable name. So I'm going to call it Monkey, and then you will save it there. Okay, it might be a good idea actually if you put your initials and an underscore before the name of it. That way, if somebody else saves to the hard drive, just in case it saves it all in the same folder, at least you know which is yours. I am going to save mine to the Google Drive though, because I do have Google Drive. There we go. And it's called Monkey. I'm going to save. Okay, worksheet 1 done. I'm going to close that worksheet down and we're going to build a snowman. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm going to go File, and I'm going to start a new file, General. I'm going to get rid of my cube. Remember, you just press the delete key on the keyboard, and we're going to add a sphere. So we're going to go for a UV sphere. There it is. Okay, now what I can do at this point, I can press S on my keyboard, and if I just move the mouse out, I can change the size of that sphere. There we go. So it's beginning to look a bit like the base of a snowman. So I need to add another sphere. I'm going to go Mesh, I'm going to add another UV sphere. Now it always centers it right in the middle of the screen, so we need to press G so it moves, and Z so I can move it up and out of the snowman. Get it to where I want, about there. Now I'm going to press S and move the mouse inwards to make the head smaller, and click to accept. So there we go. So now we've got our snowman pretty much ready to go. Okay, let's have a look at the worksheets. So yep, I deleted the cube, add 2 spheres to form the head and the body of the snowman, did that. Select one sphere, move it above the other, we did that. Could have used the move tool again, so could have used this tool up here to do that, but I prefer using G and then pressing Z. It's easier. Scaled it, yep, did that. Okay, we're going to add a nose. Here we go. So we're going to go Add, Mesh, and we're going to use a cone. And again, it's in the middle. We're going to go G and Z, and I'm going up. Click. Now, I want to rotate this. So I'm going to use the rotate tool. You can just press R, look. So you see it says R. R like so. And I can just rotate this like this. Okay, and then I guess I need to do that. I don't actually like this way. I'm going to undo that. I'm actually going to use this tool. I'm going to show you why. Because you get the 3 axes like this, the direction you want to rotate it, and I just want to rotate it forwards. So all I need to do, look, is select the green line and rotate it. There it goes. Now, probably you're thinking, that's a little bit big, and you're absolutely right. So we're going to go S, and then move the mouse inwards to make it smaller. Now we're going to go G and Z to go down. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's inside the snowman. Yes, yes it is. But if I go G and X, that's the red line, I can bring it out. check how that's looking. Oh, not too bad. It's looking maybe... I know what I know you're thinking this is looking more like a duck. It's looking more like a duck. It probably is. But that's okay. There we go. Let's stick a couple of eyes in, shall we? So, add, mesh, UV sphere. We're going to go for S. I'm going to make it much smaller. Click. G to grab. Z to move up. Roughly the position of the eye. G, X, move it out. Now I need to go the other way a little bit. So I'm going to go G and Y to move across. Like so. Perfect. Okay, now I need another one of these exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the Shift key, which is below caps lock, and press D. And now I have another one. Now, strangely, this kind of goes straight into grab mode. So I'm just going to press Y. I'm going to move across. So now I have a snowman with two eyes. Just like that. Say it's a snowman. I know, we're still thinking it looks more like a duck, doesn't it? Just needs a tail at the back. Okay. Right. We're going to put some buttons on. So we'll go add, mesh, UV sphere. We should be getting quite quick at this. S. Buttons are going to be quite small. G. I'm going to go on the X line, bring it out to the front. There it is. Shift and D. Go for Z. So it moves up. There we go. And we'll go Shift and D. And we'll go Z. And we'll move down. Like so. Now I'm not certain they're great positioning. So yeah, look, so the middle one's nice. But the top one isn't so good. So we're going to go G and X and move that in. Do the same on the other one. G and X and move it in. There we go. What do you think? Looking good? Right, we'll give it a hat. So we're going to go add, mesh, and we're going to use a cylinder. There it is. G and Z because we want it up. Probably S because we want to shrink it. There we go. G and Z, bring it down. Just place it on top of his head there. We're going to add a rim to this in a second. Okay. Now to make a rim, I'm just going to duplicate the hat. Perfect. Like so. I'm going to go for S. I'm going to make it bigger. So I want it to be the rim. Like so. Should be okay there. Now, I am going to shrink this. Okay, and watch how I shrink it. I'm going to go to the resize or the scale tool. I was going to say resize, the scale tool. And I'm going to press, click on the blue one, so that I can actually flatten it, like so. And now if I go G and Z, I can just move that down, like that. Now we have a rather dapper looking snowman with a top hat. Brilliant. Okay. Does it say add colour? Yeah, done all the eyes, done all the buttons. Okay, it does say add a tree. Alright, this is for explorer challenges or explorer tasks. Alright, so let's figure this out, how we're going to make a tree. So we're going to add, and we're going to go for a cone. I'm going to add a cone. G, Y, I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to go Z. Oh, it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Right, okay, so that was interesting. Click there. Where'd that disappear to? Oh, there it is. Oh no, messing it all up. There we go. Alright, it kind of gets away from you sometimes. G, Z, we're going to go up a little bit. Okay, I am going to duplicate. So Shift and D to duplicate. G and Z. Go up a bit. Duplicate. Don't have to press G, do I? Just Z. Go up a bit. Like so. Now I'm going to scale this top one just down a little bit. And I'm going to scale the bottom one. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. How's that looking? Oh, it needs a trunk. Okay, let's add a cylinder. Mesh and a cylinder. There it goes. And we will go along the y-axis, I believe. Oh, didn't do it. G, Y. Let's go. Okay, we're going to scale it. Make it much thinner. Go, so there's a tree. Now, can you tell that it's not in the right place, is it? So what I'm actually going to do is this, look. I'm going to go for the Z. Now look, I can actually see why it's not in the right place. If I go G, see how I can just move it in that plane? So I can now position it. It's in the right place. Have a look. And there we go. How's about that, everybody? And if we've got one tree, guess what we can do? We can highlight the whole thing, look, like so. We can press Shift and D, and we have two trees. And if we S, we can scale the trees, so they're not all going to look exactly the same size. A little bit high though, isn't it? Gonna do that. Okay, let's go G and Z. Move it back down to the ground. There we go. Alright. Okay, so worksheet 3. Colours and materials. Now we're rocking and rolling. This is amazing. Alright, so we're going to just add, I'm going to add a few colours to it. And then you can just get on with it. Okay, so first job, select an object. Gone for the nose. You head over here into this menu down here, and there's one here called material. Now to me it looks like a globe. I don't know why they've chosen it to look like that, but it does. I'm going to select new, and I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to call it nose. Press enter, and change the base colour to orange. Okay, now I know what you're thinking, but it hasn't changed. That's because I've not put it in render mode. Okay, so I did say I'll probably make a mistake, and there it is. Won't be the first, won't be the last. There we go. Nice. Now, we normally use coal for like other buttons and the eyes, so we're going to select an eye, new, and I'm going to put coal. Go for a charcoaly colour, like so. Brill. I'm going to select the other eye. I don't have to go new. I can now just go, oh, use the colour you used before. I can do the same. All the other bits. Awesome. Right. Hat. I'm going to go for ready sort of colour hat. There we go. Do I like that? It's okay. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see it. I'm going to select the rim, and I'm going to make it the same colour. There we go. So we've now got a hat. Not really happy with the size of that rim. I'm sure you'll have done it better. Okay, right. Tree. Right, I'm going to put a couple of shades in this colour. So I'm going to use green. Make it a little bit darker. So. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that bit, and I'm going to go tree 1. In fact, that one, yeah, I'll do it the same. Okay, so they'll look kind of the same. Tree 1, like so. Okay, now do another green. So this is tree 2. Oh, let's call it tree 1. That was a close call. There we go. And we've got the green again, but we're going to go a bit darker this time. There it is, and do the same with that one. And then I just need the trunk. So we'll call it trunk. Go for brown. There it is. Select that one. Put the trunk on. There we go. That was about that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I think that's all there was with colours and materials. I'm just going to quickly check. Duplicate the object, reuse a colour, did all that. Wow, we are getting through these so quickly. We're only into 20 minutes. Alright, worksheet 4. We're going to animate our scene. So we're going to add a snowball and we're going to knock the hat off the snowman. Okay, let's see how we're going to do that. So first job, add a mesh, a UV sphere. Once more time. We're going to go across on the y-axis. So with G, Y, move it over here. I think it's probably a bit big for a snowball. There we go. Okay, so are we ready for this bit? First thing we've got to do, move this timeline up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Make sure this, look, is set to 1. Now, snowball should be selected. Press the letter I on the keyboard. Oh, here we go. Right, something I should tell you. Let me explain this, okay? If your mouse is in the timeline and you press I, you get a submenu. If your mouse is up here and you press I, it adds a little yellow dot down here. This is our keyframe. So this tells us where this object will be at this moment on the timeline. So I'm going to move this along to 30 and I'm then going to move the snowball, and let's have a look. We'll go for G, Y, I'm going to put it about there, and I'm going to go G and Z, and I'm going to make it so it looks like it's impacted on the hat, and I'm going to press I. So now the computer works out where it should be every other place. Now it's not really realistic, is it? Because if we think about this, if you threw it, it wouldn't throw in a straight line. It's more likely to throw in a curve. So we're going to go halfway. And at this point, I'm going to go G and Z and move the snowball up, like so. Press I, and now we get a curve. That's better. There we go. So at this point, we want the hat to fall off. Okay, so let's see, how are we going to make the hat fall off? So we select the hat, we press I. It's probably also worth selecting the rim. In fact, I'm going to knock the top of the hat off because we talk about how we can select the other bits later. Okay, so at this point, that's where the hat's going to be. Now, if we go to say 50, we're going to move the hat. So let's have a look. I'm going to move it like this. Look, this time I'm going to go across and I'm going to go down. So it's down on the ground like so. And I'm actually going to rotate it so it's like it's been knocked off. And I'm going to do it in the axes like so. So it's like it's been knocked off, and I'm going to turn it upside down. Okay, and I'm going to press I. So now just watch what happens. Like, woo! The only thing is, it kind of falls through the snowman. So at this middle point here, I'm just going to move it away so it's like it gets knocked off, and then it falls. And press I. So now look. Ooh, there we go. What do you think? You think it's realistic that the snowball would just stop there, or do you think the snowball would keep going? Yeah, I think so too. So we're going to fix that. Okay, so at this point, we're going to select the snowball, And I'm going to move the snowball, and the snowball is also going to land sort of on top of the hat, like so. And I'm going to press I, and just like the other one, it's gone in a straight line. Look, I don't need it in a straight line, so we're going to go here. We're going to move it. I'm going to keep it sort of on top, just above actually. It's kind of going to go a bit slower than the other one. Press I. Let's have a look at this. Hey, I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, I think that's the end of the keyframing. I'm going to have a quick check through the list, make sure, create a starting keyframe. We did that. Move the snowball and set a new keyframe. We did that. Set the starter location of the snow. Oh, it says snowman's head. Oh, my bad. Okay, so in the worksheet, it asks you to knock the snowman's head off. I knocked the hat off. Okay, I was being kind. That's all. I couldn't do it. The snowman looked too good. Okay, I just couldn't take his head off. Maybe you can. Who knows? Play back the animation. Okay, so moving, deleting keyframes. I better show you this. Okay, so let's go back here. So let's say, for example, we're not happy where that keyframe is. If we just click anywhere in the timeline, we deactivate all of them. And now, if I say go to this one, and I want it to go a little bit slower, I can kind of do this. Look, I can just move that one keyframe. And now, so it kind of like hits, rebounds off the head a little bit, look, and then goes that way and lands on the hat. That's really cool. Okay. So that's that. If I've totally messed something up, I'm just going to put a new keyframe in. So, like so. Oh, by the way, this orange line like this means that between these two keyframes, there's no movement. That's what that's saying. Okay, but let's say I've done this and it was a mistake. I can select that keyframe. So it's the only one selected. Press the delete key on the keyboard, and that keyframe's gone. Okay, so move and delete keyboards. Keyframes, not keyboards. Don't delete the keyboard. How would you ever get on then? Okay, explore tasks. Make other stuff happen. Yeah, animate more objects. Maybe animate the trees. Yeah, make them jiggle about a little bit. Right, something like that. Right, at this point I'm going to save this because I do believe we're going to move on to something slightly different on the next task. So, I'm going to save. And I'm going to select my G drive. Remember, if you don't have it, my documents in the C drive, put your initials on the file. I'm going to put my initials on it anyway, and I'm going to call it Snowman. Save Blender. There we go. Report error. Cannot open that. Oh no, what did I do wrong? What if I've been kicked out of Google Drive? Maybe I have. Right, in that case, it is still there though. How strange. Right, let's just try it one more time. See, it's not just you that this stuff happens to, it's me too. Bizarrely, it saved that time. How strange was that? Okay, I'm going to close that worksheet down. We're going to have a look at the next one. Oh, parenting. Alright, now this could be useful. Let's just try this. Alright, so we're going to go... So look, we're going to go back here to this frame. We've got the hats. Now, do you notice how it's called cylinder? Now, if I call it top hat, and if I find the rim, zoom in, and I'm going to call this one top hat rim. So because it organizes things alphabetically, I can put some together. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the shift key, and I'm going to drag this onto that one there. So now the top hat actually has the rim in it as well. So let's just see what happens if we select the top hat. Does it let me move it? It all moves together! Now I don't know what's that going to do. So I'm going to press I. Oh, it's in the wrong place. Mouse in the other bit. Press I. There we go. Now at this point, Oh, that was the snowball. Oh, that was frame 0. Anyways, that was the snowball. That's okay. But now look, the entire hat falls off, and you can actually see there wasn't a hole in the hat. There's no hole in the hat. Oh dear. Okay, but if you group things together, look how much better that is. That saves you so much more time because we've grouped it together. Nicely done. Now it's probably worth also, if I select that, look, wherever it is, cone, nose, okay, I'm going to go with eye. Where's the eye? There we go. So this eye. Now I'm going to put left after. I know it makes more sense to say left eye, but you'll see why in a second. Because if I go eye right, it puts the eyes next to each other. Okay, and I need to find the head as well. So let's go head, like so. Okay, I'm going to put the eyes inside the head. I'm holding the shift key as I click and drag. And I'll put the nose inside the head as well. There we go. So we should see, we've got all those things. If I've got that selected, look, now the head moves like so. Okay, you can do this weird thing as well. So you ready? Woo! Woo! Oh, I didn't do what I thought. Hang on, I obviously didn't click on it, did I? No, it's not what I wanted. Ah, it's not doing it. Oh, I was hoping I could make the head spin around. Oh well, never mind. You can perhaps animate the head, make it turn. So let's go back to this frame here. We'll go for rotate. We're going to just move the head just a little bit this way. I'm going to add a keyframe. I'm going to move it to 10. I'm going to move the head this way so it's watching. Look. Oh no, there's a snowball coming. It's looking to hit me. Here we go. There we go. Move on the keyframe. Like so. We'll go back here. And just at the point where it's hit, so it was frame 30, we'll get him to turn his head away, look like this. So he's turning away. He doesn't want to get hit. Oh no. Alright, let's have a look. What's he do this time? You ready? Woo! Oh! Ah, bit of character. How cool is that? Alright, better save that again, hadn't I? So, what did we learn just there? We learned how to double click something. So if I select that, if I double click the sphere, I can rename it. Very important. Much easier to know what these things are. If we've got loads of spheres, if they've got actual names, we know what they are, and they're alphabetical. We've also learned how to parent, which means put things inside other things. So let's just do one more look for you. So wherever that sphere is, so this is, you know what, button top. Okay, and button top and body. Hold the shift key, drag the layer inside the body, and now it can all be moved together. Whew-wee! Right, we're at 33 minutes. The bell's going to go very shortly, you know, because I got in here really early to do this. We've still got a couple of worksheets to go. Are you still up for this? Let's have a look. So, we're going to build a rocket. Better save this. Right, go to new. And we're going to build the rocket. I'm going to show you the picture of the rocket. Right, here you go, look. So, that's the rocket. Now, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's probably 2 more fins, 5, 6 parts, but we're going to build it out of one thing. Alright, I'm going to build it out of just the one object. Let me see if I can get that back in line. There we go. There's my cube. Delete. We're good at this now. Add a mesh. Go for a cylinder. There's our cylinder. It's a good starting point. Now, what we need to do here is we need to select this down here. Okay, now, this could have happened. You might have done this, you've clicked somewhere else on the screen. There is no menu. You're panicking. You're wondering, what on earth is going on? Okay, best way, delete it, add it again. Don't click anywhere. This menu will appear at the bottom. It'll look like this. We're going to change 32 to 20 faces. Okay, or vertices. So if you have a look, you see all these vertical lines here. We're going to go from 32 to 20. Watch it changes. It gets a bit bigger. Alright, good stuff. So, next job. We are going to rotate this thing upside down so we can see the bottom. There you go, told you, there was the bell. We're going to zoom in. Now, we're going to change object mode to edit mode. Right here. We're going to select the edge. Just click off it. We're going to select an edge. We're going to hold the shift key as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, Darcy, this was all you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you are selecting the opposite ones. Next, we are going to press the letter S on the keyboard and we're going to drag out, and it is indeed going to create our fins. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, how awesome was that? Right, next step, we are going to extrude to create a bit more of the body of this thing. So we're going to select the top. Oh, we're going to change to face. Select. We're going to select the top. We're going to press and let go of the letter E. We're going to move up. We're going to click. We're going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to press E again. We're going to go up. Excellent. Now, top tip. Move the mouse away from the top of the cone. Press the letter S. Move the mouse in. And here we go. We have our rocket. How quick was that? Amazing. Alright, let me just check the worksheet. Add the body of the rocket. Did with a cylinder. We changed the number of vertices to 20. We went into edit mode. We created the fins using the edge select tool. We used S to drag out those selections, therefore making the fins. We extruded the top to give the rocket a bit more of a body, extruded it a second time, and then pressed S and dragged it inwards so that it would create the tip of the rocket. There we go. Right, we're going to have a look at complex colouring. So that's that one done. I am going to save this. Always a good idea. Do a bit of work. Save it. We're going to call it PSM Rocket. And save. And there we are. Okay, so we're going to try and colour it. So we're going to head over to the Materials tab. We're going to create some colours. 1, 2, 3 colours. We're going to name this top one. So look, what should we call it? Body. Oh, hang on. Hi. Ooh. Okay. Do you know what? I've made a mistake somewhere. Let me get rid. Right. So I've added my 3 colours. That's fine. Oh, okay. So click new. That's why. There we go. So we're going to call this body 1. The worksheet actually calls this rocket body 1. But I'm going to do it like this. Okay. And that's that one. Done. Right, going to new. We're going to go body 2. And select the third one. And we're going to call this stripe. No, I've done it like this actually. Okay, if you're following this along, I'm actually going to rename this cone. Sorry. Okay, so body 1, we're going to give it a colour. And I'm going to go for, what colour is that? Yeah, I'm going to go for purple. I'm going to make this look hideous. We're going to make the stripe. Now I went here, so I'm going to go opposite. If you understand colour theory, you'll understand how this works. And the cone, we're going to make it a gold colour, like so. Okay, so this is what we do. I am going to select, I'm in face mode, look, in face mode. I'm going to select the face, then every other face, I'm holding the shift key, move the rocket around, I'm going for every other one. In fact, actually, do you know what? I can just do this. I'm going to select all. See if it selects all like this. Does it do it? A. Just press A. Just press the letter A on the keyboard. Why didn't I do that before? Right. Pressing A. There we go. Selects all of them. I'm going to assign it the body colour. It's not showing up because I didn't put it in render mode. There it is. It's in render mode. Now it shows up. Okay, this time I'm going to select every other panel, like so. It's go all the way around the rocket. It's almost like decorating a cake. I'm going to put the stripe and I'm going to assign the stripe. There it is. Okay. Looking pretty funky. Right, I'm going to select the cone at the top. Now just watch this. If I spin around, it didn't select the back side of it. So I'm going to do that like that. Okay. Select cone and assign. There we go. So now we've got a top. If I want, I can now select my fins. I'm going to make these match the colour of the cone. Like this. I'm going for cone, assign. So there we go. We have a rocket. And I guess if you want, you could now animate this. If you're going to animate it, put it back into object mode. Look. Drag this up. Press I. Select the object first. Press I. Do you know what? Sometimes I forget. There we go. And we will make it take off. We'll go to 40. We're going to zoom out. We're going to press G. We're going to press Z because we're going straight up, like so. We're going to press I. And there it is. My rocket. It takes off. It works. Amazing. Okay, give that a quick save. Now let me have a look. Phew-wee. Right, final part. We're going to make a chair. And a bit like the rocket, we're going to make the chair out of one object. We're going to use extrude. We're going to use some cut and loops. Whew. Wow, blow your mind. Save. New. General. It's going to take us up to 50 minutes. I cannot believe this is taking 50 minutes. Alright, so we've got a cube. This time we can keep the cube. Right, we are going to go for... let's have a look. We'll go for the scale. We're going to squish it. There we go. So this is our base. I'm going to go G. I'm going to go Z. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. Okay. Next bit. We are going to add some cuts. To do this, let me just go through this to make sure that I do get this one right for you. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to press Control and R on the keyboard. We need to be in edit mode though. So we need to swap to edit mode. Now I'm just going to put this like this. Okay, so I'm going to go, oh, see how it's already selecting the edges. I'm going to press Control and R, and you get this like little loop thing. Now, when you see it like that, you just click, and you can move it. Click and hold, and then let go, and click again. And that's fixed the loop cut around there. We're going to do another one. R. I'm going to click, I'm going to move it. And I'm going to click again. Now I'm just going to spin it around a little bit because I want to put two the opposite way. So Control and R, click, and move it. You don't even have to touch it to move it. And then let go, click again. Control and R, last one, and put it here. And click again. Okay. Now we need to move into this face select. And I want to be underneath the chair. Zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to select by holding shift the four corners. And I just put it so I can see it there. I'm going to press the letter E and just move the mouse down. And there we go. With the legs of our chair. Now we're going to do the back of the chair. Exactly the same. Select with shift the two back pieces. Press E. Move up. Now we're going to go a little bit higher as well. So we're going to press E again. Because we want a backrest. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things we're going to do here. We're going to select the edge tool. So we're going to select this edge and shift and the other edge. And we're going to press the letter F on the keyboard. Gives us a new face. Now we're going to select the top two and that top edge as well and press F. There we go, another one. Now we're going to press, or select I should say, these edges, F. Oh, there's Tudor time. And now I'm just going to do the underneath because otherwise that'll be missing. Select that edge and that edge, press F. There we go. We have ourselves a chair. If we put it back into object mode because it's gone slightly low. Want it just above the ground like so. We have a chair. Okay. Should we create a quick table? Yeah, why not? Let's move that chair backwards out of the way. Oops, pressed the wrong thing. Select the chair, G, X, move out of the way. There we go. How fast can I make this? I'm not going to say a lot, I'm just going to do it. Go down like so, going to press S, going to scale it out, going to squish it so it's a flat table. Got it? Right, edit mode. Control and R, there it is. Click, move that to the edge. This is going to help me create the legs. Click, Control R, there's another one. Oops. Okay, so if you mess this up, click it, Control and Z, and do that. Guess it depends where the mouse is. Control and R. There it is. Click. Move out. Click again to select. Right, move around. Control and R. See if it turns up. There it is. Click. Move out. You have to wiggle the mouse for some reason. It is quite bizarre, this, I have to admit. There we go. Right, move that one across there like so. Perfect. Right, I'm just going to lift this up so it's above the table. Woo! Wasn't expecting that one. Do you know why it's done that? Yeah, it's quite cool, but it's because I wasn't in object mode. Z. There we go. Get the table up to a nice height. There you go. Perfect. Back to edit mode. Let's have a look underneath. Right, make sure we're in face detection. Select that one. Hold the shift key while you select the four corners. Press the letter E. Bring that down. I don't know if that's gone too far. Possibly has. It's not bad though. There you go. A table and chair. And if you're in object mode, zoom out a little bit. You can select the chair, Shift and D, move the chair, rotate the chair, and you now have two, or rather poorly positioned, but let's just see. There we go. It's a little bit bizarrely high. You can fix that. Right, I'm going to save this. Going to get the video uploaded for you all. I'm going to call this PSM, table and chair. PSM. Table and chair. Like so. Phew! Wow, nearly 50 minutes. Okay, that's how long it takes to create all of that stuff. Okay, good luck. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe by clicking the button below. And maybe click the like button. Nothing would help more to boost my ego. Thank you. Bye.